The information contained herein is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Oi! Listen up, because I don't want to have to smack anybody in the mouth for not listening. As I said last episode, I'm straying from my main point, which of course is smokers' rights, advocacy, and activism. But there's some major things that have been in the news that I wanted to cover. And this one has been in the news for quite a while. There have been quite a few sad incidences tied to this specific topic. And that is bullying. Bullying's it's awful. It can make your life miserable. And as we know, it can drive some to suicide. What I always felt about bullies, well, let me tell you about an incident when I was a youngster. There was, I don't want to say there's any names, mention any names or anything, but I'll just tell you, let's say, I'll call him Bill. Now, Bill was being bullied by this kid who was a couple of years older than him. Every day, he would, the bully would come and take Bill's lunch, or his lunch money. Most of the time it was his lunch, because Bill really didn't have a lot of money, and so this bully would take Bill's lunch, or he'd beat him up. And sometimes he would beat him up and then take his lunch money, or lunch. And so Billy got tired of that. And it just so happens that the school that both of these adolescents went to or attended was having some construction done. And there were a big pile of bricks there laying around to be used on the building. And one day Billy got an idea. And so he waited for the bully. And when the bully came by, Billy already had one of these red bricks in his hand, and went up behind the bully and clocked him. Just wailed on him with the brick. And then, that was the turning point in his relationship with that bully. Because although the bully was bigger than him, and although the next time he saw him without the brick in his hand, he could have whooped him, he didn't. Because in the back of his mind was, Billy just might come up on me again without me being seen, without him being seen, and clock me again with his brick. Now, that's one way to handle it. I'm not saying it's the right way. I'm not suggesting you do that at all. I'm just suggesting that if you don't take matters into your own hands and you take it all in internally and feel you have no support system, no friends to stay with you or to stick with you, you're in trouble. You must take things in your own hands, whether it's a brick or whether it's your voice and your ideas, your other types of actions. Now, one of the things we used to do was, well, let me put it this way. Nobody's perfect. So in today's world, especially with these internet bullies, cyber bullies, whatever you want to call them, cyber bullies, I guess, they will pick on one thing. A lot of times it's a girl or a female, and they'll go at her relentlessly with all types of lies or just stories, whatever. Or pick apart things about her body, her hair, her appearance. And that's the easiest thing to combat because, as I said, nobody's perfect. And what we used to like to do when we were younger is we would take the letters of the name and make something out of it. And I'll give you an example. Bill Maher is one of the biggest bullies in the world. He has a bully pulpit, and he uses it. Now, he's gone so far as to call Sarah Palin the C word. They make fun of her, make fun of her children. Now, I want you to sit back with me and look at Bill Maher. Does he look like somebody who should be making fun of somebody else? Who should be making fun of the way somebody else looks? We would have had a field day with this guy in school. First of all, his initials are BM, Bill Maher. BM, bowel movement. We would have been calling him number 2. Hey, number 2, come here. Hey, bowel movement, come here. Huh? You think of that. Think of that. Think of something like that. That's what we would have been doing to him. And his looks, I mean, the guy's got the worst hair in the world. He's got a nose that if it was filled with nickels would pay off the debt, the national debt. He's got claymation lips, you know, and he's got a forehead that looks like a Neanderthal. Although that huge forehead, that Neanderthal forehead, almost got him the Geico commercial, you know, where it's said, yeah, it's so easy a caveman can do it, but they decided to go with somebody better looking. You know, you must not let things get to you. Sticks and stones will break my bones and knees will never hurt me. Trite, cliched, yes, 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 but positively true. You must gather your own troops. You must find your own people, your own sources of solace, and band together. Do not let them drive you to drink, to smoke, to drugs, to kill yourself because of some stupidity that someone said. You must fight back. You don't necessarily have to pick up that brick like Billy did, but you've got to pick up something, and you've got to pick up yourself. And if you think there's something wrong with your body, and perhaps somebody has said something about it, then try to fix it. If not, if you don't want to fix it, and you're happy with it, and you're satisfied with it, then be satisfied with it and be happy the way you look. I don't want everybody to be skinny. I don't want everybody to be heavy. I don't want everybody to be in between. I want people to love the body that they have. If they want to make changes, fine, but don't let anybody tell you that you have to make changes. Do not be bullied in any way. It only leads to sadness, depression, and worse. Don't let thugs run your life, okay? And don't help them out either. Don't go texting parts of your body and send them to your boyfriend or or to your girlfriend. I mean, don't put yourself out there in cyberspace. Once it's out there forever. So basically, I'm saying buck up. I'm saying gather your resources and gather your friends and fight back. You'll be better for it. You'll be much better for it. Now, I know another fellow that was getting picked on a lot when he was younger, and at a very young age he started lifting weights. And I call it punching steel. He's punched steel for a couple of years, and by the time a couple of years rolled by, he could have been the bully of the bullies, but he wasn't. People respected him, and he respected them. That's the trouble in this world. Too many, especially in the United States, well, around the world, I'm sorry. Too many people don't respect themselves. Too many people settle. Too many people say, well, what can I do? Well, you have to do something. That's what I'm trying to do with my little episodes here. I'm trying to get my messages across, hopefully build my network up, gather my resources, gather allies to obtain a single goal. And in my case, it's smokers' rights. In your case, if you're being bullied, it's your self-esteem. So, excel at something. Everybody's good at something. Excel at something. Excel at your schoolwork, and maybe excel at sports. Maybe you're a comedian. Be funny. But don't settle for being bullied. All right. That's all I got to say about it right now. So, oh, and don't take drugs. And I'm not talking about marijuana and cocaine and heroin and things of that nature. You know you're not supposed to be messing with that stuff, all right? I'm talking about if your parents or your teachers suggest that you take Ritalin or Adderall or any of these other nonsensical drugs, do not do it. Talk to them, say, Mom, I do not want to do it. It's not that important for you to get a 98 versus a 96 on your tests. These drugs are gateway drugs for much heavier, harder drugs. Talk to them nicely, sit them down, say, I do not need that. Please do not make me take these drugs. All right. Gotta go. Smoke them if you got them.